Greatness, greatness, greatness is yours. I am Keystone. I'm a synthesizer of energy, frequencies, and information that generates increases of consciousness, self awareness, and self love for those who do not know who they are or the power they possess. This is Code Red. I invite you to go inside yourself and learn to fully absolve anything that's hurt you in the past, guilt, drama, static, anything that's thriving inside of you, and allow yourself to fully transcend into a healthier state of being. This is the introspection you've been awaiting yourself. All right, today's topic is going to be create momentum, generate momentum to be monumental. So to sum it up, basically, it has to begin somewhere. You got to take that first step. What's preventing you from taking that first step? That'll be for you to acknowledge within yourself. Nothing happens until something gets started. That's one of the universal laws. The law of compensation. Well, one thing that definitely hinders people from getting started is, number one, people don't even know what they desire. It's easy to rant and point fingers at and accuse and basically don't take accountability for where everyone is at this current time in their own life. Again, as I shared, it's easier to point the finger at somebody or something else. But when you get tired of pointing the finger and you realize pointing the finger really isn't doing anything for you, it's actually stopping you and keep you stagnated. And as I shared before, and everybody knows, if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not expanding, you're wilting. You're drawing in. So if you're going to have anything different than what you have now, that's going to be what you consider better. You're going to have to do something totally different than what you are doing right now. So if you feel that talking shit about people, pointing the finger at people and situations and circumstances you feel that are out of your control, guess what? They're going to be out of your control. But if you feel that you're able to assess the situation, go within yourself, better yourself, and make a move toward where you desire to go. Yeah, it may not happen overnight, but it will happen as long as you keep in motion toward that direction. That's just, again, a universal law. I mean, if you desire, so it's like I've heard before, the gentleman said, people have a problem with comprehending that they have to put in the work to get what they want. So it's just like somebody sitting in front of a fireplace and telling the fireplace to give me some heat. And after you give me some heat, then I'll put the wood in. It doesn't work like that. Before you put the wood inside the fireplace, number one, you have to locate wood. And on top of that, you had to have a place to burn the wood. So once you get those taken care of, you got to find the wood, chop the wood, dry it out. It's a whole process to even get the wood to where you can burn it safely inside the fireplace. So if you look at the steps that you're taking to do anything that you desire to achieve in life, you have to, figure out the steps. Again, number one, choose what you want, decide what you want. If you can't choose or decide what you want, find out what you want. If you feel you're in tune with yourself and you know what you want, go after it. Start in that direction. It's okay to change course. I've always heard, once you make your bed, you have to lie in it. I'm not a believer of that. If you make your bed and you lie in it and it's uncomfortable, shit, get up. Put another blanket on, take the sheets off, take the blanket off, put a comforter on. Make yourself comfortable. You made it for yourself. So why do you have to suffer for something you're doing for yourself? It makes no sense. That's like a ass backwards way of looking at things. Especially if, again, you're doing it yourself. You're the one that made the bed, so why can't you remake it? Shit, you may not even be tired. You don't have to lay in it. But, again, it's up to you. It's all in your mind, and just like the people that use the example of the glass half full or half empty. To me, the glass is full. It's half liquid and the rest is air. That's how I look at things. So when you can expand your mind and look at things far beyond what the average looks at it as, that puts you in an advantage. But it takes time to nurture yourself to get to that point. You have to desire to do that. It's not something that happens overnight, and it definitely won't happen when you're infusing yourself with many things that have negative energy around it or associated with negativity, whether it be entertainment, people, society. I mean, anything that you take in, the food, the air, water. You got to look at whatever is on the outside that you see of your body is what is actually going on inside your body. What is going on outside of you is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of you. That's just how it is. And for those that feel that life has dealt them a bad hand and they'll never get a good hand and so on and so forth, so they're just going to be shit for the rest of their life, that is a choice. That is a decision. Because you cannot tell me that everybody right now at this point in time are living in desolate conditions. There are some people that have made a decision. Maybe at one time they were in a desolate position. You know, gas off, cold showers, top ramen, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, if that. Just so many other things that can be going on in somebody's life that either they're going to step up and look in the mirror and say, damn, it's up to me to make this change, or they're going to wait for somebody to save them. And for those that are standing around waiting for somebody to save them, you're standing in the same footsteps as the person that is going to save you. You and that person wear the same shoes, share the same drawers, drink the same water, share the same pillow. It's you. You have to save you. Once you save you, then you can assist in maybe sharing or saving somebody else. But you have to save you first. And if you never save you, you'll be lost. I mean, some is okay with it. Some are okay with being a victim, having a victim mindset, because it's easy sometimes it's easier. It's no accountability. You can always point the finger at somebody else because somebody did not do a certain thing for you or in spite of you. But when you take control over your life, you control the conditions and the situation that you put yourself in. And then you also get the opportunity to choose whether you react or you respond. That is only after you choose to take power of your life. If you never take power of your life, then you're just like a tumbleweed in the desert, blowing around, going wherever the wind blows, you go. Okay, so to get started, number one, you have to find out, what you like. So many of us are past the age of 21. So, there are some skills that you probably had when you were younger that you may not do now. I know I shared before, like, I'm a big fan of artists. At one point in time when I was younger, I was, attempting my hand at art, but I was doing more so from, the graffiti aspect. But once I got into sports and other things, I left my pencil alone. But so when I see people my age or, younger, that are older than 21, and they said they used to draw, I'm like, what? You stopped? And, see the artwork and everything. But, with everything, it takes some time. And once you get locked up in the 9 to 5, you feel that you have no time to do anything for yourself. And if you do take time for yourself, you feel greedy and you're cheating other people, so on and so forth. But I will let you know that if you don't invest in you, if you do not invest in you, if you do not invest in yourself, who else is? By investing in yourself, that's a win-win situation. What better situation would you like to be in than a win-win situation? I mean, just again, picture it. If you put 1 hour a day into yourself 5 days a week for a year, at the end of that year, you would have accumulated 6.5 40-hour work weeks. 6.5 40-hour, excuse me. Yeah, 6.5 40-hour work weeks. That's what you would accumulate by putting 1 hour into yourself 5 days a week for a year. That's tremendous. So again, your partners, brothers, sisters, cousins, girlfriend, husband, aunts, uncles, whoever, you would be that much further along in expanding yourself than them. Not that it's a competition, but it is a situation that if you want to be different in a different place than where you currently are, you're going to have to do something different. And that's for everybody. And it's, people right now feel that money is the key to everything. And to bust everybody bubble, money doesn't exist, not in the way that we were taught. What we are used to dealing with is currency. Currency is not money. So if you measure your success, your happiness on money, I suggest that you research money, what money truly is, and the difference between a certificate and a note, because the green stuff in our pockets are notes, promise to pays. That's what it is. All right. So as you get to know yourself and you make a decision on what you want to do or the direction that you want to go, you have to make a step toward that direction. So I'm gonna stick with art since that's what I started with. Get you some notebook paper. You don't have to go get, the art paper or easel or so on and so forth. Just start. Start sketching. And, ideas. If you're a writer, write down seeds that can lead to a whole story or a book, a couple of sentences at a time, a phrase. You see something, you get inspiration, just jot it down. It may not make sense to you right then, but once you sit down and you're in your creative space, your ideas are going to flow. And those pieces that you care to put down on that paper can definitely unlock the genius inside of you. I mean, I keep papers and notebooks, journals. Yeah, if something hits my head, I have to write it down. I mean, because I've forgotten many things throughout my life, especially in the shower. Great ideas come in the shower. And I cannot wait to get out the shower. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write this down. Oh my gosh, this one of the baddest ideas I ever had. By the time I get dried off and get near my paper, it's like, oh damn, what the hell did I think about? So nah, I keep that near me. You gotta write it down. And once you start breaking that habit of being scared to invest in yourself, actually, you know what? Don't even start off with an hour. If you love yourself enough, start off with 15 minutes to a half hour every day. Take a half hour, 15 minutes, invest it into yourself, and do anything that's beneficial to you. Whether you're going to meditate, you may work out, you may read some books, you may write some papers, you may watch some videos, you may take some training, you may just do anything that you currently do not do. So rather than pressing the buttons on that remote control, sit down with yourself, talk to yourself, think to yourself, look around, observe, take a walk. How many of you go outside to even enjoy a walk? Fresh air, let the oxygen scrub your lungs. Let the oxygen scrub your blood out. I mean, how many takes time to do that themselves? Okay, we're in the winter time. You may not want to go outside and it's cold, but you do need oxygen. So shoot, sit next to the window, crack the window, let some of that cold air hit you, get inside your lungs. 5 minutes of it, 10 minutes of it is far more beneficial than no oxygen in your lungs. That's how you have to look at it, the compound effect. You know what I'm saying? You may not be outside for 3 to 4 straight hours, but you did put some oxygen in your lungs, inside your blood, and so you're feeding your cells. Oxygen is for our nourishment. We spit out, or excuse me, we breathe out carbon dioxide for the plants, and the plants spit out, breathe out oxygen for us. So we need each other. And if everybody's locked up in the house, what do you think is going to happen to all the trees? Yeah, you may not look at it like that, but look what happened to the bees. All the bees disappeared because of the GMOs. And now the GMOs are taking over, the bees are becoming minimum. So the next thing is going to be you. You're not getting oxygen. You're not getting sunshine. So how can you grow? Don't worry about it. We'll just shove some metals in you and you just come back every week or two and, we'll shoot you up again and keep you in motion. All right. So you find out something that you like. Okay. Now you 15 to 30 minutes a day, you're getting good at it after about 2 weeks. Then, I mean, shoot, even before 2 weeks, but if that's what it takes, get to that hour. Because eventually what's going to happen, that TV is going to come on less and less and less and less. And then if you have children, if you're investing in yourself at your age right now, over 21, how much more beneficial would doing something like that be for your children or the ones younger than you? Yeah, video games are fun, TV is fun, but it's entertainment. It's not entrainment. You're not learning anything unless you're watching something beneficial. And I'll be honest, probably the last 3 to 4 or 5 years, I haven't seen anybody watching anything beneficial on TV. I've seen, the drama shows, sports, music. Just, okay, cool. That's what the people choose. I remember when, yeah, I don't even want to talk about the music I used to listen to. I mean, movies, just everything but putting into me. But in my mind, I always figured, but man, how come these people get to do this? Oh man, they got it going on over there, but why and how? So not until I made a decision to invest in myself did I start to move things in a direction toward where I want things to be. Change happens. It's going to happen. You can't stop it. What you can do is control the change that happens to you by setting your intentions and putting yourself in a position to go toward your intentions and your desired results. If you never move yourself in the direction of your desired results, you're going to be moved in the direction of somebody else's desired results. Yeah. Just like a job. You're at a job, you've been there 5, 10, 15 years, and they won't give you a raise. They're basically telling you, like, psh, it's on you. What you going to do? Are you going to clock in and get your ass to work, or you going home? I mean, which one is it? So think of that. You got to eat yourself up every day, doing this and that for these people. And, they don't need to show gratitude because they provided you the job. They're in a position where you have to show the gratitude for them allowing you to help make them rich. Picture that. You have to show them gratitude for helping make them rich. So why not take some of the energy that you invest in somebody else's dream and start nurturing yours? Because if you never start in the direction of your dreams, they will never even pretend to seem as though they're possible to happen. The funny thing about the universe and what they say, people don't mind helping those who help themselves. And I can say for the universe, that's times 1,000. When the universe sees that you're moving in the direction of your purpose after you make that proclamation, the universe beefs up beyond a 20,000 pound man on steroids. Things happen within the universe for you. Certain people come in your life. Certain people get removed from your life. Get introduced to new resources. Those old resources are moved. Your thoughts. Once you start putting yourself on a higher realm or higher frequency, your thoughts increase. Your ideas increase. You reach that realm that the people that are doing the things that you're experiencing, the people that are creating the things that you're consuming. These are the creators. These are people that took that first step to be monumental. After you take your first step, you got your second step. Your second step would be repeating that again. Take that hour, half hour, 15 minutes, hour into yourself. And then build it. After a while, the third step, okay, now it's nothing. You can't imagine coming home or riding in the vehicle, riding in your car, and not listening to something beneficial, whether it be a book, somebody's podcast, or even just an enlightening conversation with the people that you're traveling with. But the thing is always keep learning. Never feel that you know everything, because one thing that I can truly say with myself is that the more that I've learned, it just made me realize the more that I did not know. The more that I learned made me realize the more that I did not know. And that's something interesting to be able to acknowledge out loud verbally, but that's the truth. And once you begin to delve into whatever realm of information that you desire to delve into, that's what's going to be exposed. But I will say, be cautious. Do not follow the rabbit hole all the way down. You said depending on where you're going, but at some point it gets fun chasing information, but you're going to have to stop at some point and put some of that back into yourself. Don't forget you. You have to remember you. If you don't put you first, you're last, like Ricky Bobby. Well, you know what I'm saying? So you just have to, suck it up. And, it can be difficult, especially if you're doing something that's new. I mean, why not attempt something new? You got to look at your brain. Anytime you do something different, your brain grows. It creates new neural pathways. And, the more new things, the more that you challenge yourself, the more that you put your brain through adversity. And once your brain and your body breaks through that adversity, that galvanizes you. That makes you a stronger individual, person, being, spirit. But if you sit and you're waiting for that savior, the rescuer, whatever you want to label, you're weak. You're waiting. You're sitting around. You're speaking. You're talking. But there's no action. Again, people do not have a problem helping people that are helping themselves. But if you're standing around, kneeling down, waiting for something or someone to come save you, you may just get passed by with the rush of people that are in motion, moving toward the direction they're going. Especially, again, this day and age, in the era that we're in. This is the information age. So if there's anything that you desire that you want to know, there's no excuse for you not to get it. It's just the fact that you do not take time to invest into yourself. That's the big issue. So again, generate momentum to be monumental. It has to start with the first step, second step, third step. Then you begin to trot. Then your trot turns into a little jog. And before you know it, you're in a full-blown sprint. Not worrying about pulling the hamstring. But you have to start. You have to start. So again, stop standing around waiting for something to come and save you, or put a quarter in your back, or to wind you up. You have to do all that internally for yourself. Because when you're stuck, you're stuck. I am Keystone. I'm a synthesizer of energy, frequencies, and information that generates increases of consciousness, self-awareness, and self-love for those who do not know who they are or the power they possess. This is Code R.E.D. I appreciate you sharing your time and energy with me.